how do you change? Like, are there ways that you either look into yourself, or do you practice certain things, whether it's meditation, or how do you change yourself even when you've been tested, or when things are going great? How do you continue to change?
Yeah, so Richard knows I don't meditate very well. Right, Richard? Yeah, I don't meditate very well. But I meditate in a different way. I like going for walks in the woods, in the mountains.
Yeah.
I like that. That's my way out. That's my space. When I learn how to pause and I don't react, and that I respond to it. So it's learned. And you got to ask yourself something. How old are you? Everybody that's listening, how old are you? And if you say you're 60, well, it took me 60 years to get this way. I don't think overnight I'm going to be able to fix it all. But the slight philosophy, a little bit, every day, changes. And in 30 days, you see it. You could feel it. In 60 days, it's like, it's just a smile just appears on your face because you've trained yourself that it feels better. Oh God, it feels so good smiling at people. And you know what? You could save a life. We go into stores all the time. People look miserable, and there's a lot of us that take it as, well, what jerks, or what da-da-da-da. We don't know what's going on behind their closed doors. So I look at the people and I'm like, I don't believe you're this way, and I just want to share a smile. I hope that, and I give the red heart. I give a red heart out. I've been doing it for 45 years. I kept saying 40 years, and then someone says, you've been saying that for a long time. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess 45 years.
That's wonderful.
But that heart that I give out all over the world, what that symbolizes is, no matter what's going on in the world, and man, there is horrific things going on. When you hold this heart and you see it again, just know that at the end, everything's going to be okay. And hold on, right? And people feel warmer inside. So that's what I do. These are things I do. What do you want to do? What legacy are you leaving behind?
Well, you said two very important points, and one being, that in any moment, you can change things. You can change the room. You can change a bad day by giving love, by giving happiness. And so many people come home and say, oh, this was an awful day. I'm a victim. Everybody did this. And sure enough, they may have had an awful day. And some people have terrible days and difficult times. But I think the essence is that you have chosen happiness, and you continue to choose that in the moment. And that's just, from where I sit, it's such a powerful thing, having started from really a source, Lyn-Dee, of no validation, right? There was no mirroring in those early childhood years saying, and I look at you, and I know, Richard, are you in agreement? I know you're close with Lyn-Dee, but I see like joy and love and beauty, and she just shines. And I'm like, oh, I want to be around her. I want to be near her. And there's a lot of people that aren't so fortunate to make the choice. And what kind of things, if you had this, it sounds, the other point is that people can change at any time, is what you're saying. They can start these practices at 20, they can start them at 40, they can start them at 80. And what advice would you give for people to insist on, to begin to cultivate this mindset, but not just a mindset, Lyn-Dee, there's a heart that you bring to things. And I'm sure there's reward when you give away a heart and you smile, but how would someone start in the simplest of ways if they were to do 3 things a day and they're in their 20s?
Most people are afraid to do things alone. Self-love.
Yes.
They won't go out to dinner,
yes,
lunch, breakfast alone. They won't do it. Some people, they won't go to the movies alone. They won't go for a walk alone.
Yeah.
So I remember, this is how it began. When I got divorced in 1986, number one, I knew that I didn't want to be with anybody. I needed to learn about me. So that's also a clue for everybody. You know, if you're just getting out of a relationship, don't be so quick to jump into a relationship. If you don't like what you left, you haven't broken the pattern, you're probably going to find the same thing that you just left, only in a different show. So learn about you.